Poeta che nasce dopo un lungo iter, ovviamente, della sua vita, delle sue letture e via dicendo, e questa sua definizione di Pasolini come di un maestro. Io trovo delle straordinarie affinità fra il messaggio poetico di Pierpaolo Pasolini e quello di Patti Smith. E vorrei che da questa affermazione si potesse partire per aprire appunto questo nostro dialogo.
Hello, nice to speak to you. Well, of course I was aware of Pasolini's work, but it was really in 1977. I had a very bad injury and was recuperating for 4 months. And in that time period, on the television in New York, they had a show that would choose one film and show it for a week, a whole week. It was early cable. They chose the Gospel according to St. Matthew. I had never seen it. I saw this film maybe 20 times, and watching it, not only is it beautiful and so striking because you feel like you're seeing a documentary of Christ's time. It has that documentary feel, but also beauty, art. But the most interesting thing was I was able to see Jesus and his teachings devoid of religion. Just, I could see him as a revolutionary, as a person of the people, and a person whose basic principle was love and to draw the people closer to God. And the idea of Jesus being a revolutionary so struck me, and I reread the Bible and disconnected him from religion, and I was able to appreciate him more deeply through Pasolini's eyes. So that is how I first deeply connected with Pasolini.
Bene.
To the people. When you think of, hundreds of years ago, how people learned about the Bible, about scriptures through painting, through art, all of the things people learned, how people learn about the atrocities of war through a painting like Guernica. And for my generation, music was very important to impart revolutionary ideas of universal love, anti-war, to civil rights, all of these ideologies that are so important, and environmental issues were really strong in our songs. When we were protesting the Vietnam War, and the Nixon administration killed 4 young people who were just quietly protesting. Neil Young wrote Ohio, ignited the whole country to push to end the Vietnam War. Music can do many things. It can inspire the people, but only the people make change. Music itself, artists themselves, they can be inspirational, but it is the people and their great numbers, the power through voting, through striking, and through marching, whatever they do through sacrifice, the people make real change.
I believe in evolution, but I'm very concerned more than progress and technical development, humanistic evolution.
Sorry, microphone.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, what I was saying is the development of progress, technology, all of these things are not really something that I'm deeply involved in. I'm more concerned with human evolution, how we evolve as human beings. When we're young, I mean, I'm 75, so I can remember being a little girl and also being a punk rocker ready to, you know, explode the world. And now being a mother and being concerned about our children and the environment, I'm interested in how each person evolves, stays curious, stays respectful to the life process. When we stop respecting life, then we have situations like we have in the Ukraine. We have a situation where the life of the young soldiers, the life of the citizens are not respected. They're expendable. And then we don't have a chance to evolve in a beautiful way as a global community. And I don't know, it's a complicated question. I'm more concerned with how are very rich people, and I'm doing very well, but I'm not very rich. If I was very rich, I would give it for more development of healthcare for Africa, healthcare for places that will affect us all. If we don't take care of one another, if we don't take care of the poor, it will all come back to us. Everything comes back to us. If we let the people starve in Yemen, if we let the people get diseases in Africa, eventually these things will come back to us. If we don't take care of the environment, eventually we will be affected. We are no longer in a, sorry, I'm talking too much. Excuse me. It's just that I'm very concerned about our world. And if we start with ourselves, just trying to be a good citizen, a good person, helping one another in small ways. Sometimes just helping your neighbor or seeing trash on the street, pick it up. Trying to be more frugal, trying not to be so materialistic. All of these things, small things, will grow into the bigger picture and make things better. That I'm a simple person, so that's how I think. I am not as complex as maybe Pasolini or people that you know, are involved in technical advancement. I'm concerned with humanistic advancement.
Grande forza, come dire, comunitaria, e questo personalmente lo apprezzo, penso sia questa una delle funzioni della musica, e volevo dire se in questa immagine si riconosce.
Now, talking about your concerts, I'm sorry, in several occasions.
Thank you.
For instance, in Udine as well, which is my hometown. You seem to be completely involved and engaging in writing your songs on stage, to the point that one feels that one is on stage with you. Do you still share with these people that music is so enticing?
Well, I mean, for me, yeah, I like music, all kinds of music. I mean, I love, I listen to opera, I listen to, you know, Wagner and Puccini and Verdi and Jimi Hendrix. But music is always beautiful. But when I'm performing, or now talking to the people, we are living, when I'm on stage, it's the present. I'm not making a show, I'm not an actress, I'm a person that, you know, we're sharing the night. I believe that we all put an effort to give us a night that is hopefully inspiring, gives us a moment of respite or joy or contemplation. And it's not important to be perfect. I make lots of mistakes. As you've seen me, I make mistakes all the time. But the important thing is stay connected. If I make a big mistake, like last night, I had a coughing spell. I couldn't stop coughing. So what you do? I just said, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry about my coughing. And the people clapped. And I said, oh, my cough is very happy. My cough never received applause. But you stay in contact because we're all here together. Even like right now, we're all here for a moment to spend a little time together. So it's important to stay connected, whether through music or a smile or, you know, a little wave, to stay connected.
Sì, commento su Susan Sontag, ci dica qualcosa su Susan.
That's a nice question and a nice way to end, because we were talking about some great men, now for a great woman. Susan Sontag, of course, a great writer, an important thinker, an activist. I was lucky also to have her as my friend, and she taught me a lot about literature, especially German literature. Had me push in different directions and learn about new writers. And so intellectually I learned a lot from her, but the real story is Susan loved to dance. Susan loved to party, and she would come to my concerts. In fact, I didn't know that she came to my concerts. It was before I knew her, and my guitar player, Lenny Kay, came up to me and said, I think that's Susan Sontag up in the balcony dancing. And I looked and I went, wow, it's Susan Sontag. But then she always came. She loved to dance. She loved people. She loved life. And she fought cancer 2-3 times, fought so hard to live. And, you know, I always think of her when life seems difficult or things seem difficult. There is a woman who had such a mind, such a reputation, so the world in front of her, fighting to live. And she lost that battle, but her work lives for her. But it reminds me every day to be grateful for the life that we have, grateful to be here, even with all our troubles. It is beautiful to be alive.